from Bhavana C. So guys, you told us to play the WWE2k19, so we are playing right now. Are you ready to play?
Yeah, I'm ready to play the game. Let me choose Undertaker.
I will choose the Rock.
Oh my god, I think I'm going to lose.
Yes.
But who knows? Give me a change.
Should I pick? Yeah. No, I should pick the Rock.
Yeah.
Yes. Come. Let's start the match. Okay. Undertaker versus the Rock.
Yeah. Playback is a new way for you to come when your opponent has the upper hand. Select which payback ability you want to use during superstar selection. Some payback abilities are more specific. R1 next.
And the People's Champion is on the attack early, ready to satisfy the fans that love him so well.
When I looked at the card for tonight, this one definitely stood out as one you don't want to miss.
He's going for the pin. Yeah, I don't believe that he didn't win this match right there.
Gonna take a whole lot more.
What a stomp. Good grief. He's got the shoulders down. The Undertaker powers out.
You honestly think The Undertaker was in danger there? Come on.
Oh, shit. Now. Yes. Come on, you can do it now. Woo. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Undertaker looking mortal here. He's going to want to make sure this doesn't snowball out of control.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves, Cole. This is just a little bump in the road for him here. Nothing to worry about.
Oh, and the Undertaker with a quick kick out. Nice. Wow. And he doesn't stay down for long.
How can he do that?
Not yet. And a quick cover from the Undertaker. What a stomp. Good grief.
Okay, I think I'm going to do my technique.
Oh, man, that hurts. And Rock getting the shoulder up. Just power out.
The Undertaker looking to bury another victim.
Yeah, and he seems to have an endless supply of energy.
Oh, what a clothesline.
Forcefully delivered.
Can you do that?
The Rock may be in a bad way here. He's going to need to find a way to fire back.
And knowing him the way I do, I'm willing to bet he thought he was going to get through this match unscathed. But that obviously is not the case here.
Rock can still make WrestleMania history. There's the year he hosted, of course, but his appearances at WrestleMania 31 and 32 were legendary, too.
That's true, Michael. In 2015, The Rock was confronted by Triple H and Stephanie McMahon when he recruited none other than Ronda Rousey to even up the odds in front of a Bay Area crowd, not far from where the Great One was born. It was amazing.
Stu, you brought up The Rock at WrestleMania 31, and forgive me for being less enthused. Why celebrate a pair of egotistical movie stars like Ralph?
Uh-oh. Going for the Rock. Choke slam. Now that's what I call making a statement.
And Rock getting the shoulder up.
Remarkable.
Yep, I'm going to do my technique, guys.
Here we go. The Undertaker is setting it up.
With the bell tolled. Oh my goodness.
Moonstone. This is all but over. He's got the ropes. He misses the dive.
And unfortunately for him, there was no water in the pool.
Can he score the pin? What a powerful kick out by The Rock.
Not yet.
You never know when Undertaker emerged from the darkness for the 900th episode of SmackDown Live. It was here the dead man proclaimed he was back to taking souls and digging holes.
The Undertaker is the Reaper. This giant possesses powers that...
And he escapes the submission.
And good thing. That could have been disastrous. And it's The Undertaker, able to break free.
Over the years, we've come to expect these bursts of greatness from him.
Oh, man, what a leg drop. The Rock's not looking so great here, guys.
This could be it. Taker setting it up. He's looking at it.
Rock bottom! Just when you thought he had nothing left.
He may get the 3 count right there.
What is it? Who is that?
He has him right where he wants him.
The Swiss Cyborg looking to end things. Here we go.
Neutralizer. Game, set, match. This one is over.
Oh, it's going to be hard for The Rock to come back now. This phenom, The Undertaker, was invincible for 21 WrestleManias, 21 victories. It's a streak that will never be duplicated by any WWE. He's got him covered. 1, 2, 3.
Oh my
There's
God!
the pin.
I didn't concentrate.
It's all over.
Let's restart this match. I didn't stop.
Now's a good time to look at some of the highlights from that last matchup.
Remember this? No doubt about it. He brought his A game, as you can see here.
Here is your winner.
To go up against The Undertaker, a superstar needs to realize that they're rolling the dice with their career. The dead man's the most fierce, pure striker our business has ever known, and is just waiting to make another opponent famous.
And I wouldn't at all be surprised if this match stole the show here tonight.
Every WWE competitor is spectacular to watch, but when The Undertaker competes, it's an event.
Well, he's got the most awe-inspiring entrance in WWE history and has the in-ring dominance to back it up.
Take that and beat me, okay?
Oh, the sledgehammer kick. This is sickening to watch. The ref had no choice but to
Thank
call the
you.
match.
Yes. I'm gonna tell he's cheated. Why? Because he took that it's a sledgehammer. So he took it and he beat me up.
Okay, let us play.
I think we're gonna play the Royal Rumble.
No, table.
Table. Okay, I'm gonna pick the Roman Reigns.
Okay.
He's very good. Wait, I'm gonna not pick Roman Reigns. I'm gonna pick John Cena. Yeah. He's so powerful than Undertaker. Okay. Undertaker versus John Cena.
Singles action is underway, and in this one, I wouldn't attempt to predict what's going to happen.
I just be ready for anything. Sometimes that's all you can do. John Cena is one of WWE's longest tenured veterans, but he's still got plenty left in the tank.
I'll agree with you, Byron. There's a reason they call the guy Big Match John.
Oh my God!
Through Kofi Kingston's career, the
What
exciting
is
superstar
that?
has
Guys, I'm
competed
gonna-
in several
Oh my
times.
goodness. This has been added to the.
Okay.
I'm gonna press the X, okay?
Of WWE matchups. It didn't take long for Kofi to get comfortable in the tables match environment. At 2011's TLC event, Kingston took on the Celtic Warrior Sheamus in a tables match for the United States Championship. Kofi was impressive in the match as he combined defense with his unbelievable flying assaults.
Byron, you spoke about Kofi Kingston's tables match against Sheamus at 2011's TLC event. Some people feel that match was one of the turning points for Kingston. That night, Kofi's usual fun-loving nature took a backseat to a more focused and offensively aggressive competitor. Kofi Kingston's focus was leaving TLC the new United States champion.
And that approach paid off, Michael. Kofi seized opportunity when Sheamus made a rare mistake. He drilled the Celtic Warrior with the Trouble in Paradise kick, and that set up Kofi to fly from the top rope and put Sheamus right through the table to earn the United States Championship. It shouldn't be a shock that the Dudley Boys were involved in one of the most intense tables matches we've seen in recent memory. At the 2015 TLC event, the Dudleys called on their Extreme brothers Tommy Dreamer and Rhino to battle the Wyatt family in an 8-man elimination tables match. People were flying everywhere that night. And in classic ECW fashion, so were the trash cans and kendo sticks.
The match at 2015's TLC event with the Dudleys, Tommy Dreamer and Rhino versus the Wyatts, was chaos from the second all 8 superstars were in the ring. Braun Strowman was awesome in his destruction of all 4 members of Team Extreme, but the ECW originals kept their focus on making sure each member of the Wyatt family crashed through a table.
The ECW's originals love a brawling clash, with the Wyatts strive to destroy anyone who stepped in their path. The Wyatts took the advantage after Rhino and Devon Dudley were eliminated, and they didn't look back. Bubba Ray took on the Wyatts with everything he had, but the sick power of the Wyatt family was just too much, as seen when Braun Strowman chokeslammed Bubba Ray through the final table. There are so many different ways for a superstar to put their opponent through the table in a tables match. Some matches start off as wild brawls, and a table is brought out from under the ring in the match's opening minutes. In others, superstars are very strategic about when they bring out a table, because they know if they're not careful, momentum can be reversed, and they could end up being the one who goes through the table.
Byron, you talked about strategy that involves a tables match. I was in WWE when the Dudley Boys came from ECW, and you could say that things changed a bit thanks to Bubba and Devon. Something that's also important to remember in a tables match is that it's not important how or where the table is positioned. All that matters is that you put your opponent through it.
It's a very simple premise, Michael, but superstars have to be careful. They launch an attack that goes awry, their own momentum can put them through the table and cost them the match. That doesn't include feeling the incredible pain from crashing through a solid wood table. One split second can be the difference.
Back in the ring now.
I can take that chair over right there.
A high-risk maneuver in the works from that top turnbuckle.
Did you see that? Oh my god.
Back in the ring again.
That'll hinder your modeling career.
Oh boy, he is rolling.
Oh, nasty impact.
Oh, the reversal by John Cena. John Cena with a nice reversal. What a stomp. Good grief.
The Undertaker is the most powerful being in the history of sports entertainment. the world stood in shock at WrestleMania 30 when the Phenom's undefeated streak at WrestleMania was broken by Brock Lesnar. But somehow, after that crushing defeat, The Undertaker returned to WWE stronger than ever.
And it's The Undertaker, able to break free. I was calling the action at WrestleMania 30 and was just as stunned as everyone watching around the world when The Undertaker's streak came to a chilling end. It's amazing how The Undertaker's spirit became even more powerful following the loss to Brock Lesnar.
I think those are two things we never thought we'd see. One was the streak being broken, and two, if it were to be broken, that somehow the Phenom would return more powerful than we've ever seen him.
Thank you. They don't beat me. Don't beat me.
You want to talk about WWE Hall of Famers taking things to the extreme? The first time many fans saw somebody put through a table was in 1984. Randy Macho Man Savage drove Ricky Morton of the Rock and Roll Express through a table with a pile driver at the Mid-South Coliseum.
Corey, I remember seeing photos of that horrible scene in wrestling magazines. The pile driver was utilizing Terry Funk played Nature Boy Ric Flair on a table at WCW's Wrestle War 89 pay-per-view. And something happened in sports entertainment in the early 90s called Extreme Championship Wrestling. ECW superstars crashed through tables all the time.
And what was going on in Philadelphia caused a craze of wood being turned into wood chips thanks to tables matches. In order to win a tables match, the competitor must be the first person to put their opponent through a table. We've also witnessed brutality evolve and superstars crash through flaming tables. Through Kofi Kingston's career, the exciting superstar has competed in several types of WWE matchups. It didn't take long for Kofi to get comfortable in the tables match environment. At 2011's TLC event, Kingston took on the Celtic Warrior Sheamus in a tables match for the United States Championship. Kofi was impressive in the match as he combined defense with his unbelievable high-flying assaults.
Byron, you spoke about Kofi Kingston's tables match against Sheamus at 2011's TLC event. Some people feel that match was one of the turning points for Kingston. That night, Kofi's usual fun-loving nature took a backseat to a more focused and offensively aggressive competitor. Kofi Kingston's focus was leaving TLC the new United States champion.
And that approach paid off, Michael. Kofi seized opportunity when Sheamus made a rare mistake. He drilled the Celtic Warrior with the Trouble in Paradise kick, and that set up Kofi to fly from the top rope and put Sheamus right through the table to earn the United States Championship.
Wait. I'm gonna take down.
There's no mercy.
And that poor chair. It looked like a twisted heap.
The table, but it's a chair. I didn't told. I'm gonna take the chair.
We often see a performer promise to raise the stature of the United States or Intercontinental Championship when they win one of those titles. But John Cena followed through when he won the U.S. title in 2015.
You ain't kidding, Michael. After conquering Rusev at WrestleMania,
John
Cena started the U.S. Open Challenge, where any competitor in the locker room could request an impromptu title match every week on Raw.
I'm joining the U.S. Open Challenge conversation you guys started earlier. I thought Cena's bravado would lead to a short United States title reign, but to my surprise, Cena regularly defended the championship for months.
Dean Ambrose, Zack Ryder, Cesaro, Kane, Sami Zayn, and so many others took Cena to his limit on a weekly basis, and he beat them all. It took Seth Rollins and, shockingly, Jon Stewart to finally end Cena's Open Challenge, at least for a while.
As long as he's been healthy, John Cena hasn't missed the showcase of the Immortals, but he was almost a healthy scratch in 2018 when Cena had a very weird road to WrestleMania. These competitors trying to keep their wits about them.
No.
Michael mentioned John Cena and WrestleMania 34. Cena found himself outside of the title picture after losing at the Royal Rumble and in a title match at Fastlane. That's when he pulled a wild card and trash-talked The Undertaker.
He truly earned the ire of the dead man. As WrestleMania started, we Still hadn't heard from The Undertaker, but once he showed up, he conquered Cena faster than any of his previous 23 WrestleMania victories.
Okay.
Michael, that gives new meaning to have a seat.
Shows
no mercy.
And that poor chair, it looks like a twisted heap.
Oh boy, he is rolling.
Oh my goodness, guys.
You want to talk about WWE Hall of Famers taking things to the extreme? The first time many fans saw somebody put through a table was in 1984. Randy Macho Man Savage drove Ricky Morton of the Rock and Roll Express through a table with a pile driver at the Mid-South Coliseum.
I'm gonna take this
I don't believe it. And that table can shorten careers, Michael.
Corey, I remember seeing photos of that horrible scene in wrestling magazines. The pile driver was utilized when Terry Funk planted Nature Boy Ric Flair on a table at WCW's Wrestling War 89 pay-per-view. And something happened in sports entertainment in the early 90s called Extreme Championship Wrestling. ECW superstars crashed through tables all the time.
And what was going on in Philadelphia caused a craze of wood being turned into wood chips thanks to tables matches. In order to win a tables match, a competitor must be the first person to put their opponent through a table. We've also witnessed brutality evolve and superstars crash through flaming tables.
Oh, they're standing up. Oh my.
Oh, the reversal by John Cena.
I'm gonna take the table. I'm gonna take the table. What? I'm gonna go there.
The
Oh my
tombstone
God.
drives
Oh my
Undertaker's
goodness.
opponent straight into the canvas. This devastating version of a pile driver has led the Phenom to countless victories and multiple championship reigns.
No. I think.
We want tables. Somebody's about to go through the table.
Corey, for more than 26 years, the tombstone has been the ultimate finishing maneuver. For the dead man, the move has signified the end of rivalries and in some cases the end of careers, like we saw at WrestleMania 26. When Undertaker defeated the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn
I am
Michaels.
being fast.
The tombstone from The Undertaker exhibits the Phenom's enormous physical strength. And it down for the count. I don't think careers, Michael.
Out the arm, nailed it.
John Cena is perhaps the most dominant competitor in WWE history. Is there any strategy that can work against Big Match John?
When you compete at the level that Cena has, for as long as he has, injuries pop up. Nothing chronic, but he's definitely got a few target areas that an opponent should look out for.
Can you tell me I can go? You don't push me.
We discussed John Cena's injuries earlier, and Byron, I'm wondering, how would you target them?
Well, I'm too honorable personally to attack injuries, but if I was meaner, I'd stomp the tricep he tore against Daniel Bryan at SummerSlam, and then yank the shoulder that kept him sidelined in 2016. Oh. Yes! Is this really gonna happen now? It is! Is he cashing in? He is! And now it's a triple threat match! Oh my God!
If you're John Cena's opponent, you can't fall victim to the man's incredible power.
Can you come over here?
Corey, many opponents have tried to stay away from the immense power of John Cena and have failed. If a superstar becomes entangled in Cena's cannon-like arms, it's all over.
Now, there are a lot of things a superstar has to watch out for when locking up with John Cena. But if you don't find a way to stay away or neutralize Cena's power, you're not going to last long.
Oh, he's so ruthless.
Now that's how you use a table to your advantage.
Oh, he's so ruthless.
Now that's how you use a table to your advantage.
Oh, he's so ruthless.
Now that's how you use a table to your advantage.
I don't believe it. And that table can shorten careers, Michael.
And it's reversed.
Going for the run.
Massive choke slam.
If that doesn't end it, I don't know what will. That slam just brought this entire arena to its feet.
Here we go. The Undertaker is setting it up.
Oh, my goodness.
Tombstone pile driver. Let's look at the replay.
Nice move right there.
Here it comes, legendary.
This is bad. This is real bad.
The Gogoplata's locked in.
I don't know. Is that enough to stop Cena?
That is a huge opening for The Undertaker.
But what will he do with it? Oh, my goodness. Tombstone pile driver.
Now the old vicious head crank.
Look at the torque.
Welcome back to my microphone. Okay.
Jumping, leaping attack. He may get the 3 count right here.
This is it.
Oh, my. How in the world did he kick out of that?
Wow, John Cena somehow finds the strength. I guess nothing he does should surprise me.
Can you come up?
Bang! Ooh, John Cena may have it.
Attitude adjustment. Wow, that was incredible.
Wow, what a gritty performance.
3.
Yes!
There's the
I
pinfall
won.
and the victory.
Guys, I won 2 matches, one only this
No
one
doubt
match.
it was a good one.
So
Here's
I
another look.
won.
Highlight for one superstar, low light for another.
Here is your winner, and still WWE Champion,
Yes, I got
John Cena.
What a grueling match. It looked like anybody's match there toward the end.
3 men stepped into this match, but only one will be leaving victorious. And that's this guy.
And folks, if you're just joining us, I'm sorry to tell you that you just missed one of the most exciting SmackDown matches in recent memory.